Welcome back to the coin world. Old coin review and value, the ultimate destination for rare coin discoveries, numismatic treasures, and the hidden value in your pocket change. Imagine pulling out a simple old penny from a forgotten jar and discovering it could actually turn the tables for you. The 1929 Liberty Wheat Penny is one of those coins that hides real historical power and potential value. Stick around till the end of the video to learn how much it can be worth and how you can sell it, because this could be the find that changes everything for you. The 1929 Liberty Wheat Penny was minted during a time of transition in the United States, just months before the stock market crash that led to the Great Depression. Every coin from this year represents a nation standing on the edge of massive economic change. People were still optimistic, industries were booming, and pennies like these circulated through shops, wages, and savings boxes in households across the country. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin carries Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse, symbolizing strength and prosperity. By 1929, the Wheat Penny series had already been in production for 2 decades and had become a trusted and familiar piece of American currency. Its design remained unchanged, giving it a timeless appeal that continues to attract collectors today. The Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints produced the 1929 Wheat Pennies. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins have AD, and San Francisco pieces show NS. Each of these has unique characteristics that affect rarity and value. Philadelphia produced the largest number, making these the most common in circulated grades. However, uncirculated Philadelphia coins with sharp details and strong luster are much scarcer than many imagine. Collectors often seek these high-grade examples because they display the original mint brilliance that has survived nearly a century. Denver mint coins from 1929 are slightly more difficult to find in high grades. Their lower mintage numbers and the rougher handling of coins during that era mean well-preserved Denver examples can command impressive premiums when certified by top grading services. San Francisco mint coins are particularly popular with collectors. Their mintages were lower compared to Philadelphia, and surviving pieces in top condition are significantly scarcer. The 1929 Wheat Penny is a standout for those aiming to build a complete wheat cent collection, especially in mint state grades where it becomes a true prize. What makes this year fascinating is not only the mint marks but also the historical setting. The late 1920s was a period of immense economic activity. Factories and businesses were thriving, and coins like this were used in every corner of daily life. When the crash came later that year, these pennies continued to circulate through a struggling economy, often becoming part of stories of survival and resilience. The coin's composition is the classic bronze alloy of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This gives it a warm tone that collectors love. Over time, exposure to the elements and circulation has given many of these coins a unique patina, but uncirculated coins maintain their brilliant red color that stands out instantly. Grading plays a critical role in value. Coins in good or fine condition are common, but extremely fine and mint state examples are less frequently encountered. Top-graded coins with strong eye appeal are the ones that break records in sales and auctions. Beyond the technicalities, the 1929 Wheat Penny carries emotional weight. It represents a nation on the cusp of crisis, a time when people relied on every cent to survive. Each coin has passed through countless hands, traveled through shops and households, and witnessed nearly a century of change. For collectors, owning a 1929 penny is like holding a piece of that history in their hands. Its value isn't just measured in dollars, but in the story it carries. This emotional and historical connection is what keeps demand for wheat pennies alive across generations. The market for 1929 Wheat Pennies continues to be strong. While lower-grade pieces are affordable and popular among beginners, high-grade and era coins are where true value lies. Auction results and private sales have shown consistent growth over the years, reflecting their place as timeless. Collectible stock collectors and dealers alike look for well-struck, well-preserved examples with clear details and vibrant color. A single coin with the right combination of mint, grade, and variety can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on demand. Many collectors enjoy searching through old jars, rolls, or inherited collections in hopes of finding a rare variety. Because wheat pennies were produced in such large numbers, treasures often hide in plain sight. The thrill of discovery is part of what keeps this hobby alive. The 1929 penny is not just another old coin. It's a survivor from one of the most transformative decades in American history. Its story spans prosperity, collapse, recovery, and a legacy that continues to fascinate collectors worldwide. If you happen to find one, examine it carefully. Check the mint mark, look at the condition, and see if there are any unusual features. Even a small detail can dramatically change its value. So, if you own a 1929 Liberty Wheat penny, it might just turn the tables for you. Stick around because its price can be far more impressive than its humble face value suggests. A penny from 1932 has the potential to turn the tables for you in ways you might not expect. If you have one of these rare coins lying around in your collection, tucked away in a drawer, or passed down from an older generation, you could be sitting on a hidden treasure. Stick around until the end of the video to learn about its real price and how you can sell it for maximum value. The 1932 Liberty Wheat penny carries more than just copper and engraving. It's a piece of history minted during one of the toughest economic times in America, the Great Depression. The scarcity of coin production that year makes this penny especially unique. Unlike other years when millions of pennies were minted, the 1932 mintage numbers were significantly lower, which is why finding one in good condition today is like uncovering a rare gem. Collectors across the world look for specific features in the 1932 wheat penny. The front shows Abraham Lincoln's bust with the word Liberty and the year 1932 stamped clearly. The reverse side carries the classic wheat ears, which give this series its famous name. Over the years, variations such as weak strikes, doubling errors, or unusually preserved conditions have pushed the value of certain coins into astonishing price ranges. Many people underestimate old pennies, assuming they're only worth their face value. But the truth is, rarity, condition, and demand can dramatically increase the price of a 1932 Liberty Wheat penny. Even circulated pieces in decent shape can fetch impressive amounts. Uncirculated or mint state coins with clear details and original luster can reach much higher figures in auctions and private sales. What makes this coin especially exciting is that there were no pennies minted in Denver or San Francisco that year, meaning all 1932 pennies came from the Philadelphia Mint. This adds another layer of historical value. If your penny has sharp details, minimal wear, and a strong strike, it could be exactly what collectors and dealers are looking for. There are also error coins from this year that can boost the value dramatically. Examples include double die errors, off-center strikes, or planchette issues that occurred during the minting process. These mistakes make each coin unique, and collectors often pay premium prices to own them. Auction houses, online platforms, and numismatic marketplaces have seen some 1932 Liberty Wheat pennies sell for opening amounts, depending on their grade and rarity. Serious buyers are always on the lookout, which means if you own one, there are multiple avenues to explore when it comes to selling. Before rushing to sell, proper evaluation is crucial. Getting your coin professionally graded can reveal its true worth. Grading agencies examine every detail, from surface quality to 41 Liberty Wheat penny. This coin is more than just a small copper piece. It is a window into the world of the early 1940s, carrying stories of economic resilience, wartime change, and numismatic intrigue. By the end of this video, you'll see why this coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and historians alike. The year 1941 was a crucial period in world history. The United States had not yet entered World War II, but the winds of conflict were already blowing across Europe and Asia. While the U.S. was focused on recovery from the Great Depression, it was also preparing for the possibility of entering the global conflict. Against this tense backdrop, the U.S. Mint continued its steady production of the beloved Lincoln Wheat penny. The Lincoln Wheat penny had been introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Its obverse features Victor David Brenner's famous portrait of Lincoln, which was the first time a real person appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. The reverse, with its two wheat stalks flanking the words 1 cent, became an iconic symbol of American coinage for half a century. By 1941, this design was already deeply familiar to the public. In 1941, the penny was struck in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint produced millions of coins to meet the country's demand for currency. The Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark, struck the largest number. Denver coins carried a small d below the date, while San Francisco coins bore an Together these three mints produced more than 1.1 billion pennies in that single year, an enormous figure that reflected a growing and active economy. The composition of the 1941 wheat penny was 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This alloy gave the coin its characteristic reddish-brown tone when freshly minted, which over time oxidizes to a deeper brown. This traditional composition had been in use since 1909, but major changes were just around the corner with the onset of wartime metal shortages. The high mintage of the 1941 penny might make it seem common at first glance, but its historical context elevates its significance. This was the last full year before the United States entered World War II, making it the final penny of the pre-war era. It represents a moment of calm before the storm, a piece of everyday life that circulated through pockets, shops, and banks during a pivotal year in world history. One fascinating aspect of 1941 pennies is their role in wartime preparations. The U.S. Mint ramped up coin production in anticipation of increased economic activity, especially in defense industries. As factories expanded and workers filled new jobs, the demand for coins in everyday transactions grew rapidly. The 1941 penny became a quiet participant in this economic mobilization. The sheer number of coins produced also means, because copper reacts quickly with the environment, many coins toned to brown or were worn down through circulation, making pristine pieces more valuable. Proof versions of the 1941 penny were also struck at the Philadelphia Mint. These coins were specially made for collectors using polished dies and blankets, giving them a mirror-like finish. Only a small number of proof sets were produced in those years, making original 1941 proof pennies prized collector's items. Today, another remarkable element is how these coins became part of personal histories. Many people saved 1941 pennies in jars, albums, or keepsake boxes as reminders of their youth or significant life events. For families that lived through the war years, these coins often carry emotional weight beyond their monetary value. When America entered World War II after the attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941, the entire economy shifted. The 1941 penny thus stands as the last cent produced during peacetime, before the nation mobilized for total war. Its circulation spanned both eras, making it a silent witness to monumental change. Collectors often refer to 1941 pennies as gateway coins because they are affordable, historically rich, and widely available, making them perfect for introducing new collectors to numismatics. They are a tangible link to history that can be found in coin shops, old collections, or even pocket change. The condition of a 1941 penny significantly impacts its value. Circulated coins may only be worth a few cents, but uncirculated or mint state coins, especially with strong red coloration, can be worth several dollars or more. Rare varieties can be worth even more, depending on rarity and demand. Numismatic grading companies often certify high-quality 1941 pennies, giving them numerical grades that help determine market value. A top-grade MS-67 red coin can command a premium among serious collectors who value both quality and history. The beauty of the 1941 penny lies in its dual nature. On one hand, it's a common coin that millions of Americans held in their hands. On the other, it's a numismatic artifact that tells a story of a nation on the brink of transformation. Over 80 years later, these coins continue to circulate in collections and occasionally surface in everyday transactions. Their resilience speaks to the quality of their production and the enduring fascination they inspire. For historians, the 1941 penny offers a glimpse into the economic, cultural, and political atmosphere of pre-war America. For collectors, it offers a rewarding hunt for varieties, conditions, and special finds. And for everyday people, it remains a nostalgic link to the past, even in today's world of digital transactions. Holding a 1941 wheat penny is like stepping back in time. You can imagine the lives it passed through, the hands that held it, and for the best price. You see the pennies lying around in your drawers or tucked away in old jars. Imagine holding a simple 1-cent coin that looks ordinary, yet could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its type and condition. If you happen to have a 1942 Liberty wheat penny, it might just turn the tables for you. So stick around until the end of this video as we uncover not only its fascinating history, but also how collectors on platforms like eBay and in major auctions are valuing it today. And don't go anywhere, because at the end of this video, I'll reveal how you can find out the real price of your coin and the procedure to sell it, but only if you comment the price in the box below. The story of the 1942 wheat penny begins in a time of global upheaval. The United States was entering World War II, and every aspect of American life was influenced by the demands of the war effort. Money and coinage were no exception. The 1942 penny belongs to the famous Lincoln wheat cent series, first minted in 1909, to honor Abraham Lincoln on the centennial of his birth. By 1942, the wheat penny had already become one of the most recognized coins in American pockets. The coin was struck in huge numbers, but what makes the 1942 issue fascinating is the period it represents. These were some of the last pennies made from the traditional bronze alloy of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc before the government shifted to steel cents in 1943 to conserve copper for the war. That means the 1942 penny captures the final chapter of an era before coinage materials drastically changed. On the obverse, we see the timeless profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His portrait symbolizes unity and leadership, something the country needed deeply in wartime. On the reverse, the simple wheat stalks frame the denomination, reminding Americans of agriculture growth and stability. This design, which gives the coin its name, is among the most beloved in American numismatic history. What adds to the charm of the 1942 wheat penny is that it comes in several varieties depending on where it was minted. Philadelphia struck the coin without a mint mark, Denver coins carry a D mark, and San Francisco issues have the S mark. Each minting location has different survival rates and levels of rarity, with some varieties fetching higher values at auctions. Collectors today treasure these coins because they are not just small pieces of change but tangible links to one of the most important moments in modern history. During 1942, the United States was fully mobilizing for war. Materials like copper were vital for shell casings, wiring, and equipment. Every penny counted, literally and figuratively, making these coins a symbol of resilience. Now let's talk about value, because that's where things get really interesting. On eBay, 1942 wheat pennies in circulated condition might sell for just a few cents above face value. But when you start moving into uncirculated, mint state, or proof-like examples, the price climbs rapidly. High-grade coins with sharp details and bright luster can sell for anywhere between $20 and a few $100 depending on the mint and condition. What really excites collectors are error coins and rare variations, double dies, off-center strikes, and unusually well-preserved specimens can command surprising premiums. Auction houses have recorded sales of certain rare 1942 wheat pennies going for several $1,000s when certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. The demand for wheat pennies has never really diminished. They are a staple in American coin collections, and the 1942 issue stands out because of its connection to wartime America and its position as the last year of the traditional copper alloy before the wartime steel cents. For anyone holding on to old jars of pennies inherited from family, there is a real chance that a 1942 wheat penny could be among them. And if that coin happens to be in exceptional condition, you may be surprised at how much collectors are willing to pay. Remember though that grading is everything in the world of numismatics. A coin in well-worn condition might only sell for a few cents, while the same coin in mint state condition can leap into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That is why collectors often turn to certification services to maximize the value of their coins. So if you have a 1942 Liberty wheat penny, you are holding a piece of history that tells the story of America's resilience during war, the artistry of Victor Brenner's timeless design, and the transition of coinage materials in a time of global crisis. More importantly, you might be holding a small fortune without even realizing it. As I said at the start, this little coin might just turn the tables for you. Stick around to the end, because here is how it works. If you really want to know the exact price of your coin and how you can sell it, drop a comment with the word price in the comment box below, and I will personally guide you with its value according to today's market and the proper selling procedure. This way, your Liberty wheat penny might be sitting unnoticed in your collection, but its story and potential value are far from ordinary. Stick around till the end of this video to learn its true worth and how you can sell it, because this coin could be the hidden treasure you didn't know you had. The 1945 Liberty wheat penny comes from a period of great significance in American history. The Second World War had just ended. The nation was shifting from wartime to peacetime production, and coins like this penny were part of everyday life for millions of Americans. It carries the classic design that collectors love, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse, a symbol of prosperity and unity. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the wheat penny series ran from 1909 to 1958, making each piece a part of a long and beloved numismatic legacy. By 1945, the wheat penny had become a familiar part of daily commerce, used in shops, wages, and savings jars across the country. This year's issue is particularly interesting because of the context in which it was minted. During the war years, the U.S. Mint had experimented with different metals to preserve copper for military use. In 1943, steel cents were introduced, but by 1945, the mint had returned to the standard bronze alloy of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. However, this post-war return to bronze did not mean uniformity. Variations in plankets, striking quality, and mint marks resulted in several collectible varieties. Three main mints struck the 1945 penny: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D, and San Francisco with an S. Philadelphia produced the majority, making those coins more common in circulation, but high-grade Philadelphia strikes with strong luster remain desirable among collectors. Denver coins from 1945 are well known for their sharp strikes and occasional minting anomalies, such as repunched mint marks. These varieties, while small, can significantly boost a coin's market value when verified. Many collectors actively search rolls and old collections, hoping to spot these valuable details. San Francisco minted fewer coins compared to the other facilities, which makes the 1945's wheat penny scarcer in higher grades. These coins have a dedicated collector base because of their relatively lower survival rate in mint state condition. Uncirculated San Francisco examples often command strong prices at auctions and sales. Era coins from this year also capture attention. Die cracks, off-center strikes, double dies, and clipped plankets are some of the varieties known to exist for 1945. While these errors were the result of minting issues during a time of massive coin production, today they are considered rare treasures. This coin also represents the resilience of a nation. As soldiers returned home and industries shifted back to civilian production, the 1945 penny circulated through a recovering economy, buying everyday goods, sitting in children's piggy banks, and being exchanged in countless hands. Every surviving piece holds a silent story of that era. Collectors appreciate not just the coin's metal content but the historical atmosphere surrounding it. A well-preserved 1945 wheat penny is like a snapshot of America transitioning from war to peace. Its design remained unchanged, standing as a symbol of stability during uncertain times. Grading plays a critical role in determining value. Coins in worn circulated condition are common, but uncirculated examples with original red luster are far more desirable. Grading services like PCGS and NGC have authenticated countless 1945 pennies in various grades, with top-grade specimens achieving impressive prices. Philadelphia coins in mint state 67 or higher can attract strong bids in, while Denver and San Francisco pieces with rare varieties or outstanding preservation can fetch even more. Market demand continues to grow because wheat pennies hold a timeless charm that appeals to both beginners and seasoned numismatists. Beyond grading, provenance and error types add layers of value. A coin with a clear double die or well-documented minting flaw can stand out significantly. In the collector community, these types of coins often become highlights in auctions, attracting spirited bidding from those who understand their rarity. The 1945 penny is also a favorite among treasure hunters and coin roll searches. Many still find these coins tucked away in jars, attic boxes, or inherited collections. What seems like an ordinary old cent can sometimes be the gateway to learning more about numismatics and potentially earning a surprising return. Because so many were produced, finding one in worn condition isn't rare, but finding one in exceptional condition or with a special variety is where things get exciting. This balance between common circulation and hidden rarity keeps the 1945 wheat penny engaging for collectors. It's more than just copper and zinc. It's a bridge between history and modern collecting, a reminder of how something so small can carry the weight of an entire era. The fact that coins like this still surface today shows how enduring their legacy truly is. If you discover 1945 wheat penny, the first step is to examine its mint mark, condition, and any potential errors. A simple magnifying glass and a bit of careful observation can reveal details that turn a penny into a valuable collectible. Its market value depends on a mix of rarity, grade, and collector interest. High-grade and error coins have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially through well-known auction houses and trusted dealers. Collectors cherish this coin for its place in history, its design, and the thrill of finding something. 3. Liberty wheat penny in your collection or pocket change and discovering it could be worth far more than you ever expected. If you have this coin, it might turn the tables for you. Stick around until the end of the video to find out its potential value and how you can sell it for a great price. The 1953 wheat penny is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, struck during the post-World War II era. It carries the iconic wheat ears design on the reverse and the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. This coin was minted in large numbers, but certain variations, mint marks, and conditions make specific examples far more valuable than their 1-cent face value. There were 3 main mint locations for the 1953 wheat penny: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with the D mint mark, and San Francisco with the S mint mark. While millions were produced at each location, collectors are always searching for rare varieties and coins in exceptional condition, coins that were never circulated and remained in pristine mint state. Grades are especially sought after, with some commanding impressive prices at auctions. One of the reasons this coin attracts attention is the presence of rare minting errors and varieties. Some 1953 wheat pennies feature double die obverses, repunched mint marks, or other striking anomalies. These errors, often unnoticed during regular circulation, can transform an ordinary penny into a collector's treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and grade. The coin's condition is crucial. Coins graded by professional services at higher levels, especially those with full details and sharp strikes, are valued significantly more than their circulated counterparts. Even small differences in luster, surface quality, and strike can create a major gap in pricing. Historical context also plays a role. The early 1950s were a period of economic growth in the United States, and coins from this era represent both historical value and nostalgic appeal for collectors. Many people are drawn to the wheat penny series because it ended in 1958, making every date within the series a potential collectible. If you happen to find a 1953 wheat penny, don't rush to spend it or toss it into a jar. Examine the mint mark carefully, look for any unusual features and consider its condition. Rare varieties or high-grade examples have been known to sell for significant amounts through auctions, online platforms, and specialized coin dealers.